Hi there, and stay right here. My name is Agnesia Agrella, and I'm a business analyst at marketspaceproductivity.com. Today I'd like to talk to you about the importance of soft skills for the business analyst on an agile project. Now, the new buzzword in the business world and the business analysis world and the project management world is agile. So what does this mean for the business analyst? Well, the Business and Analysis Book of Knowledge version 2, the BARBOK version 2, has a very good definition for plan-driven or waterfall and change-driven agile approaches of business analysis. And I'd like to quote what it says. So for plan-driven approaches, it focuses on minimizing upfront uncertainty, ensuring that the solution is fully defined before implementation begins in order to maximize control and minimize the risk. And for a change-driven approach, it focuses on rapid delivery of business value in short iterations in return for acceptance of a higher degree of uncertainty regarding the overall delivery of the solution. So in today's world, where technology is improving all the time and things are just becoming faster and faster, we as business analysts and project managers have to adapt as well. So how do we actually stay abreast of all of these changes? And how do we actually stay in our creativity when we actually have to perform on such quick turnaround times? And especially it requires people who can work in the unknown and in the mystery. But we are not trained or educated to operate in this unknown world. And operating in the unknown or the mystery is seen as spiritual, and there's no place for spirituality in business. We need to be stable, predictable, logical, and unemotional. How will we then implement agile when most of our workforce do not have the skills on emotional intelligence to deal with this change? And for the business analyst to actually want to work in this environment, it's an attitude change. It's also an approach change. You have to be comfortable with working in the unknown. But the difference between the individual and the organization is not that different, because the individual is scared of rejection and the organization is scared of bankruptcy. So with all of this conflict about the individual too scared to be rejected, so too scared to actually live in this in the mystery or the unknown, and too scared to actually give their opinion or engage with the stakeholders on a certain level, how will the organization actually ever implement agile successfully? And it is the people who creates the culture of an organization. It's the people who implement processes for the organization to provide products and services to other people. And it's also people who use technology to provide service to other people. So most people operate from fear rather than from serving, because the biggest fear for the individual, as I said, is the fear of rejection. So with all in this in mind, it's the individual that have to take responsibility for their own development of their soft skills. That is where you have to become comfortable with working in the unknown, working in the mystery. And it's your responsibility to actually take responsibility for your development and make sure that you understand what is required from you to be able to hold and facilitate an agile project. For me, certainly, I believe it's the business analyst who will actually make the success of any agile project, because the business analyst in an agile environment is just like a conductor in an orchestra. You have to understand that each individual stakeholder is very important, just like each orchestra member is very important. But it's the conductor who understands that the symphony has to come from everybody playing in harmony. And that is where the key lies, is as the business analyst in an agile project, you have to actually conduct and serve your stakeholders, and rather trying to sell your ideas, you have to facilitate their emotions of change or their resistance to change, how they actually perceive their fellow workers, how they talk to each other in the team. So as a business analyst, when you're very comfortable with your own emotion of change, you will be able to facilitate other people's emotion of change, and you will be able to create a safe space where they will feel comfortable to go into that unknown and the mystery. And that is where the creativity lies. That is where we will operate from a space where if you actually allow your stakeholders to feel safe, they will create solutions for you that never was thought possible. And for me, that's the business analyst's role. And that is why personal skills, soft skills is so important for the business analyst on an agile project. At market-based productivity, that is 80% of what I concentrate on, to actually provide you with the training and the skills to be able to be comfortable with your own emotion of change, so that you can facilitate your stakeholders and your team members emotion of change. So if you would like to know more and want to train with me, my name is Agnesia Agrella. I'm from marketspaceproductivity.com, and I hope to see you on a hangout soon.